Okay, so the demo that we'll be doing today is called What Are Some Sources of Heat? This demo can be used for grades kindergarten through 5th grade. So to engage the students, the first thing you ask is, what do we mean by sources of heat? Or what are sources of heat? And you can ask if different various things are sources of heat. Are mittens or coats sources of heat? And why do we stay warm under the covers on a cold night? So you can conduct a discussion with the students on source of heat and what they know for their prior knowledge. So the next part of the demo would be to explore. And to explore, you take an ice cube and hold it in your hand. It says, note from experience to let the students go to the bathroom before and after this activity because the cold water may cause accidents. So you hold the ice cube in your hand, and the students would hold an ice cube in their hand, and you ask, how does it feel to have the ice cube in your hand? Most answers will be cold because it is very cold. And you ask what is happening to the ice cube, and the most likely answers be that it's melting because it's melting. And your another ice cube is to be left on a tray or dish, and you notice the difference between the two ice cubes. Ice cube on the tray, ice cube in my hand. Oops, it dripped. Alright, so then to explain, you ask, what differences did you observe between the ice cubes in your hand and the one on the dish? And why do you think the ice cube in your hand melted more? The answer to that would be that your hand is a source of heat, and heat from your hand melts the ice cube faster than the heat from the room melts the ice cube on the dish, because the room temperature is warmer, or your hand temperature is warmer than the room temperature. And some further questions you can ask are, which one receives heat, the ice cube or the hand? Which would be the ice cube, because the heat is moved from your hand to the ice cube, because now by touching my hand I can feel that it is cold. So then the last question to explain is, you ask, how is this the same as when you pour a warm soft drink over ice cubes? And the answer is that the warm drinks gets cooler as the heat moves from the drink to the ice cubes. And to elaborate, and if you would like, you can give the students the option. Students in grades 3 through 4 can have the option to go on a heat source hunt in their house. They can look for sources of heat and places where heat is produced at, like, school or home, like their heater or the furnace or even blankets and car engines and various things that produce heat. They can list these things and illustrate them, or find a way to make them look nice with computer pictures, and then you can use the questions to organize your list in heat producers, which are, where did you see it, what was the source of heat, and where was the receiver of heat, or what was heated. So the standards that are used during this lesson are Standard 11.A.2b, collect data for investigations using scientific processing skills, including observing, estimating, and measuring. 11.A.2d, use data to produce reasonable explanations. And Standard 12.C.2a, describe and compare types of energy, including light, heat, sound, and electrical and mechanical.